Welcome to another Wall Street Informer production on WSI TV.
Welcome back for another Friday edition of WSI TV. That's Sean Bauer, I'm Jordan Bishop, and today we're going to hand you a document that reveals Warren Buffett's next big move. Now within this document there's two very important lessons.
Yeah, and we're talking about the SEC Form 13F, which requires all investment managers who handle more than $100 million to report their big actions, their big investments. For Warren Buffett, this comes with Berkshire Hathaway, his investment firm, and what they've done over the second quarter. So this was just revealed. We now know his big actions, his big investments over the second quarter. And we're going to highlight four of them here, two where he added, two where he took away from positions. And while Buffett's a fundamental guy, he goes by the news, the price per earnings and that sort of thing, you'd be forgiven for thinking that he was a technical analyst this time, because we really agree with three of the four positions, three of the four actions that he just made. So the first two we want to talk about, he added Synchrony Financial. The ticker is SYF. That's a brand new position he just added. This is probably the only one we disagree with. It doesn't look brilliant. It's not in a great uptrend or above the 200-day moving average as we would be looking for as technical analysts. But the other position that he added, he actually built up his Bank of New York Mellon position. The ticker is just BK. That's actually a beautiful looking chart and something that I think we would be happy buying or adding to ourselves, Jordan.
He also trimmed his position in IBM and completely dropped out of his GE position, which we both agree with. These are two very poor looking stocks. They're both under their 200-day moving average, both in nasty downtrends. And as we know as technical analysts, that's never a good sign for the stocks. You know, they're just going to keep heading down. Yeah,
they looked absolutely dreadful, and something, I mean, like you said, we definitely agree with. That's something we might even look at short selling because they were in such bad shape, especially General Electric, just looking like a terrible stock there.
Yeah, but as I mentioned, there's two big lessons we can take from that, isn't there, Sean?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, even if you're just looking at Buffett as, you know, the brilliant investor that he has been, and you just want to copy him, that's perfectly fine. But again, like you said, we're taking two lessons from it here that we use ourselves and that we think you should be using. The first is that, you know, you're not all in on a position as soon as you buy something. So if you buy 100 shares of Apple or whatever it may be, that doesn't mean that your only action left with is to sell Apple whenever you feel like it. You can also build that position, add 50 more shares whenever you see it going in the right direction. You can trim it rather than selling all of the position if you want. So trim it back halfway, sell 50 shares so you have 50 left. If it's not going perfectly, but you still want to hang on to it, you still see the upside there. So it's not an all or nothing affair every time you get into a position. But that's just lesson one, and Jordan has another one.
And that lesson is something that's very prevalent in Jesse Livermore's trading. When we look back at his actions, you know, he would add to his short position quite a bit as it kept sinking. Now lesson number two is, you know, you should really keep an eye on your portfolio at all times. Even if you're a long-term investor, which we know Buffett is, you should always be making changes. You should always be adapting to certain market positions. You should always be in control of your portfolio. So from this document, we've picked out two very important lessons that Sean and I both use on a daily basis. And we've handed them to you in a simple format so you can use them too, and maybe you might even be able to trade like Warren Buffett. Well, on behalf of Sean and myself, we appreciate you being here. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching another Wall Street Informer production on WSI TV. Be sure to visit wallstreetinformer.com, where you can become a member for free and gain instant access to the secrets of market millionaires via the Wall Street Informer Vault. So go ahead and claim this gift for free now at wallstreetinformer.com.